G'day, g'day, g'day. Hope we're all doing well today. Hope everyone's feeling good. Hope we're having a good Tuesday. I'm glad to be back. I'm not ill anymore. Make sure I don't have audio coming out on my phone. Yeah, we're back. We are going to be doing some bug fixes today, as per the title of the live stream. And also working on some more power-ups. Yeah. We're going to dive straight into things, I think. Hopefully levels are all good. Audio all sounds alright. Let's talk about what problems we've got. Just turn on my controller. Oh, I think it's out of battery. Where's my cable? Gonna have to put it in my drawer or something. There we go. Oh no, that's the wrong kind. PlayStation controller it is. That's my keyboard and that is my fancy mouse. So we'll take that one out. There we go. Right. So let's just make sure this this all works fine. Hopefully it does. I'm assuming it will. Usually I use the PlayStation 4 controller. In which case I'm going to have to do some digging and I'm going to have to put the stream back onto hold mode. Which might be the case because Unity doesn't seem to like my PlayStation 3 controller. I can't remember how to bring up the input debugger. Alright, give me 1 sec. I'm going to go find cable and then I'll be back. Bear with. Okay, we got it. There was some weird connection issue going on with my controller, but we're ready. We're in. We're prepped. Let's have a look. So, bugs-wise, players can't shoot anymore. Or at least not consistently. That is really loud as well, isn't it? Good evening, Frozen Well. Hope you're doing well, my man. Loving the progress on your game as well. It's looking really cool, art style wise. I'm a big fan, especially of the animation that you got on the curtain when the player runs past. It's really cool. Yeah, so the bug we've got here, for some reason, shooting just isn't working properly anymore. And I'm trying to figure out why. We do have teleportation though, that's cool. If you teleport into a wall, you die. But it's pretty nifty looking. Either way, we need to figure out why firing isn't working. And how it broke, because I'm honestly not sure what caused it. The way that we're handling firing is we initialize this player controller when it's spawned in. We should be registering our input controller, controller index. There we go. Player input, that's it. Where is player input set? Have I removed a line that sets player input, or are we just setting player input from elsewhere? Honestly, it's been that long since I've actually worked properly on this code, I don't remember. Yo, Zyap guy? Hopefully I'm saying that right. That's not a familiar name. Welcome if it's your first time here. If it's not your first time here, it's nice to talk to you. Or if you've changed your name, let me know who you are. But hi, welcome. We're fixing some bugs today and working on my game Square Off, which is a platform battle arena about blowing things up. Currently, the shooting mechanic has stopped working, and I haven't looked at my code in such a long time that I don't actually remember how it works properly. So I'm trying to figure out what's happening. I don't know where I'm setting this player input thing. I think it must be in the session manager. Game session manager, where you at? Just looking for channels to shout out on. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. If you do shout me out, bless up, bless up. We do love to see it. I'm looking to post more videos soon. There'll be more sort of talky videos, kind of industry knowledge, like getting started type things, little overviews of code. Like I've got one coming up in a couple of weeks where we'll be going over the movement and input code for this game. And also one coming later this evening as a review of this here lovely mechanical keyboard, the Nufia 75, which I was lucky enough to get for my birthday recently. And I must say, as an upgrade from the Magic keyboard, it is very, very nice indeed. But I'll save the specifics for the review video this weekend. What I need to do at the moment is figure out where on earth I've saved my game session manager. Here we go. Game session manager. Where do we spawn our player controllers? First of all, let's make sure that the player controller prefab is actually in here. Yep, there it is. So it must be in start session. Spawn players, new instance of player input. Yeah, there we go. So that's where we're assigning our player input. So that's all good. We're getting the right things. So it must be an issue in the player movement class itself. So the way it works is that in our update method, we are saying as long as we're not frozen, if we have the attack button is triggered, then we're going to run the attack method. So I'll tell you what, let's do a debug.log attack triggered. Apologies if I'm coding a little bit slower than usual as well. I'm still getting used to the spacing on the keys on this keyboard, because it is a bit different. The just as a quick comparison, as a quick aside, the Apple Magic keyboard is in ISO format, so you have this fancy longer enter button key over here, and the shift keys are all a bit different, and obviously the arrow keys are in a different place as well. Size wise, the Magic Keyboard is also a little bit smaller because we don't have the delete keys, page up, page down, home and end keys. So there's a little bit of spacing that I'm still getting used to, but I will get there very soon. And in the attack method, we will do a debug.log saying attack method called, and then in here we will debug.log whoopsie daisy, let's not do it like that, can attack, and we will add in the input on there and see finally attacking. So we've got these 4 layers now where we can specifically see which bits are getting called. So if we don't see anything, we know that this if statement isn't being met. We definitely know player input is not equal to null because we can jump and we can use our teleportation. So it must be, I'm convinced it's going to be an issue in here. Either that or attack isn't being triggered for some reason. So let's investigate, shall we? Zab Guy says, switching keyboards is always a problem. I recently switched to a mechanical keyboard from an old cheap keyboard and I still haven't been able to get used to it. Yeah, exactly. It's such a nice change and it feels so much better, but getting used to it, it's taken some time. Taking some time indeed. Give Unity a second to load. There we go. I was pressing the wrong button. I was panicking that my input wasn't working again for a second there. So. See, this is the weird thing. It's doing the shooting, but I'm not getting any debug. Did I forget to save? No, I saved. So these debug.logs are in here. There we go. I've forgotten to check on my thing. Can attack is true. Tell you what, let's turn off collapse as well. I'm going to clear and we are going to... It looks like it's working, but for some reason it's not. Oh, I see why. It's because I'm calling can attack and it's not equal to 1. Why did this work before? Why did this work before? I think it must be something to do with the frame rate. I think my frame rate is lower than it used to be. So occasionally it's dropping. It's not picking up the input. we're definitely getting the trigger. So yeah, if I press it a little bit. It still registers. But it registers with whatever the value is of when it picks up that input. So I have to properly smack the button for it to... Okay. Yeah, so the issue is, if I press it in and then pull it out... No, that is only triggering once. Okay, so I might just not need this check? Is that... Can I get rid of that? Because what I don't want to happen is for you to be able to, like, double fire, or for it to double fire accidentally if you press in and then let go. That's not what we're looking for. That's not ideal. Love how fluid your games look. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I like to think I can pride myself on the polish kind of animation side of things that I do in the games, and it's certainly an area of games that I am more passionate about. That looks like it's working fine now. Let's see if... Yeah, I think that's working fine. Pew! I love the teleportation effect as well. That one's made me real happy, that has. It's pretty cool. Let's see if we can get one. Here we go. So you can do like little teleportation things. But if you teleport into a wall, you get crushed and you die. Which I've stolen that directly from Spelunky, by the way. Just going to look. Alright, dude. I appreciate you being here and watching. So look away, look away. Anyone else who's hanging around, feel free to say hi. Feel free to have some conversation. I do love talking with you guys. And it's a good fun time. By the way, if you're not already, please consider joining the Discord server. We're trying to liven it back up a little bit after my long hiatus. So, looking to get new members in, looking to get some new conversations going with new people. There's a link in the description for that. Also, if you like what you're seeing in the game, please consider going and wishlisting the game on Steam. There is a link in the description, and you can also get your hands on a free demo by signing up at the link on our website, which is, again, in the description. So, well, that's cool. We fixed one thing. We fixed the attacking. I'm going to assume it's fixed anyway. It certainly doesn't seem like it's broken anymore. So we can get rid of all of these extra debugs. Save ourselves some frames. I'm going to get rid of that player is dead debug as well, because we know that the player is dead. I know that's working. Cool. That happened a lot quicker than I thought it would, if I'm completely honest. We're only 12 minutes into the stream and we have fixed the main bug. I think probably what I'd like to do is work on the bombs. So one of the extra mechanics that we've got, if I just load up a different scene, my hierarchy is a complete, not hierarchy, sorry, my project is a complete mess at the moment. There's kind of stuff all over the place, and things are kind of broken, but I think what we should do is get our bombs going. So I created a bomb prefab. This is said bomb prefab. I made it specifically so that it bounces, because bouncing is cool. There you go, does a little bounce thing. It's quite fun. I'm getting a really low frame rate at the moment, which is concerning me a little bit. Haven't got any errors being thrown, not got anything particularly special going on. I'm gonna assume it's because I've just got things running, like we've got obviously the stream is running, and we've got Chrome running with the music and stuff. So I'm gonna hope that's the main reason. We don't usually get performance issues. I'll investigate that later. Anyway, we've got this bomb. It's got a little script on it. There's a flash indicator. I need to figure out how to get that animating properly. I'd ideally like it to speed up the flashing as time goes on. I think probably if rather than having a variable for explode time, if I just give it an animation to flash, and then I'll put a trigger on the end of that animation so that when the animation is finished, it will explode. Bombs are kind of cool though, because they also explode if you shoot them. So if you play some tactical thing, when you drop a bomb, you can get out of the way, shoot it, and blow up a big radius around yourself, which is cool. One thing that I do want to do is add in a public void on draw gizmos. And then we are going to do a gizmos dot color equals, let's go red. Red is dangerous. And then gizmos dot draw Y sphere at transform dot position with a radius of blast radius, or what have I got, explosion radius, damage radius. There we go. So now we can get an idea of how big this explosion is going to be. So this is the radius in which damage will be dealt by the bomb, which is, it's kind of big. Yeah, that's kind of big. I think that needs to be a fair bit smaller. Maybe like 1.5 or 2. Let's do 2. 2 units sounds fair, rather than nearly 4. Just apply that real quick. Don't upload for 2 days and views drop from 8k. Oh, to 8k from 15k. That's, yeah, that is YouTube for you. The moment you start sleeping on that algorithm, it's not having it. Which is a shame, because it's it punishes people for having lives, basically. Okay, let's delete this explode time variable. We'll also delete the invoke of explode, because we don't need to invoke it anymore. We're just going to do it through the animation. And basically, yeah, when it's destroyed, it will instantiate the explosion effect, find everything that it overlaps that's on the damage layers, which will be entity and environment, because the environment is destructible. And then for every collider in that group, if it's a damageable collider, we will get that thing and get it to take damage. Lucky for me, I can reference an interface because otherwise this would have been a little bit more tricky and I would not have been particularly happy about it. So let's make that animation. I think I'm going to call it countdown. Animations, entities, make a new folder called bombs or bomb. call it countdown. And we are simply going to go in and hit the record button. And I'm just going to add in a flash. Start with it on. And we will fade it to off and then fade it back on again. And we're just going to copy paste this cycle. And slowly decrease the time that it takes for it to do the flashy thing. Maybe not so quickly though, because that's that's a bit speedy. I need to try and make sure I keep the spacing on these pretty even. And then we'll get it nice and quick. See Zap guy. It's been a pleasure having you here, man. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day / afternoon / evening. Thank you for the shout out as well. Send me over a link to your channel so I can go check you out. And give you a subscribe, of course. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one. Let's get these ticking down nice and quick until we're at basically 2 frames per tick. And we'll let that do that up to 2 seconds, and this is where we will blow the bomb up. That's maybe a bit quick. So I'm just going to take the whole thing and stretch it out to 3 seconds. Simple as. Yeah, that looks alright. I think maybe this end bit is still a tad too quick. What will it be? It'll be one of these clusters needs to go, and then stretch this out to fill the gap more or less evenly. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for me, I think. Get it around about 5 as the max. Yeah. So then this method will be explode. Cool. Let's make sure this animation doesn't loop. Go into our animations under entities, bomb, countdown, uncheck the loop time. And cool. I think that's basically it. I think I'd also like to give it a thing for a vector 2 velocity, and I'm going to say this dot do what? Yeah, I do. Get component rigid body 2D dot velocity equals velocity. So now over in our grenade launcher, which is the upgrade that actually does it, when we instantiate a bomb, we are going to initialize the bomb with player to effect dot velocity rb dot velocity. so that the bomb kind of goes somewhat in the direction of the way that the player's moving. What I want to make sure that we don't do is throw the bomb in an upwards direction, because that could be kind of funny. Actually, no, let's have that. No, let's not. New vector 2 player.velocity.x and 0. Cool. So we now need to actually create this weapon. I'm going to create an empty. I'm going to call it grenade launcher. Let's reset our transform. Going to add the grenade launcher component to it. And let's fill in this data. It's not going to have cooldown. Bomb prefab is going to be bomb. Let's make sure we actually grab the prefab. There it is. Ammo count. I don't think that's important. Source, we need an audio source. There is our source. And then we need to create some sounds for firing. There's a laser shoot sound. What does that sound like? Oh, that's the one that I created. Oh yeah, I got a power-up collection noise. I forgot about that. Sure, let's use basic hit for the time being as our fire sound. And then the empty sound, we can use our click minor confirm. Or shall we use select click? Yeah, that sounds better. Cool. Bomb. The bomb has the source. The explosion's that bounce sound. Let's use the land sound, because that's consistent. And then the explosion sound, we'll use the death sound, because it's like poof, sounds like an explosion. Very cool, very swag. I like it. Let's design some particle effects, shall we? We need to make this thing actually explode. I think probably the base for that is going to be our death effect. No, the bullet break effect, sorry. Let's bring this over to the same position here. Tell you what, for the time being, let's make it a child of our bomb, and we're going to reset the position. We are going to unpack our prefab completely, rename it to bomb explode effect, and I'm just going to set it to looping so that I can see what's happening. I think for the most part we can keep this kind of the same. I'm going to turn off the gravity filter, or at least turn down the gravity modifier, maybe like 0.5. We are going to increase the emission to 30. No, we're not. We're going to increase it to 20. 30 is a bit too many. We'll set the color independently. That start size is going to be a little bit bigger as well. We'll go 0.25 up to 0.75. Maybe not that big. 0.5. 12.5 on the emission. Yeah, looks okay. And I'm going to use noise to do some fun things. So we get these cool kind of fun effects going on. Look at that. That's crazy. It's almost like a weird demon effect, like it's like lightning. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I mean, I won't use it for the explosion, but definitely for something I will make use of that. Let's use a strength of 1.5. And you know what? Have I got... I don't think I have a force over lifetime or anything. We're going to turn off collision. We don't need to do collisions for this one. Maybe I won't use noise. But I will velocity over lifetime, and we're going to have... I'm lying. We're going to do force over lifetime and have the Y be upwards. So it kind of looks like it's exploding. Give it a value of 10. That'll do for me. At the moment, it doesn't look how you'd probably imagine it would look, but that's because we're going to color it based on the color of the player that's doing the thing. So it should look a little bit better when we get to that point. Explode particle, bomb explode effect. Let's apply that. We are going to turn our grenade launcher into a prefab. I think we've got our weapons. Yep, there it is. Delete these three. Oh, let's just make sure this isn't looping as well. Don't want that to keep going. And then the final thing we need to do is go to our weapons folder, which I think is under scriptable objects. Yeah, power up SOs, create power ups, weapon. It's going to be grenade launcher. Power up name is going to be grenade. Oh no, we'll call it bomber, because bomber. And then the weapon is going to be our grenade launcher. Go onto our game session manager. Add an entry here, and we are going to put in our grenade launcher. And now we should be able to be seeing grenade launchers in the game. I just want to make sure we get this color all set correctly. So let's go into the bomb class, and I'm actually gonna... Oh no, we can get a reference to this. We've got a reference. So down here, when we instantiate the particle effect, I'm going to say particle system particles equals this dot get component particle system. No, I'm not. Oh, what is it? It's particle system dot main module. Yeah, equals this dot main. And then we say particles dot color equals our outline color. I forgot to press the equals line. I pressed backspace instead. Cool. Let's see if it works. One last thing I want to check before we test it is that our bomb is doing a nice good amount of damage. Damage percentage is 25. Compare that to the bullet. Bullet is also 25, so we definitely want to up the bomb. Let's do the bomb at like 75. Let's go nuts. Let's go crazy. Let's see if we can get some bombs, shall we? I think we're going to get a lot of teleport power-ups, and I also need to try not to die in them at the same time. That's teleport. Be a bomb. That's a teleporter. I don't want a teleporter. I want a bomb. Please. Hey, bomber. Okay, let's try not to knock it off the edge, shall we? Oh. Well, it exploded, but it didn't do any damage. I think that's probably because I haven't set the thing properly. And also, we can only use it once. Which is annoying, but that's cool. I like how that's feeling. As long as you use it sensibly. That explosion needs to cause some screen shake as well. Oh, all the power-ups have spawned in this dangerous cluster. Okay. Let's work on some things. That power-up effect is going to need some work. I'm going to work on that separately, I think, because I've got some sprites that I'll import for that from Shepherd, funnily enough. Which, by the way, if you don't know what Shepherd is, there's a link in the description to head over to the Shiba Dog Studios website, where you can find out about all the projects that we're currently working on, including Square Off, Shepherd, and a game called Let Me Out. Definitely worth checking out if you're interested in some of the other things that I get up to and the people that I work with get up to. Let's go onto our bomb prefab. We are going to damage layers, environment and entity are both good. Also, I want to see why this is only a one-time thing. Grenade launcher, use. Oh, because it's got ammo. I've made it only have one ammo. That's funny. Of course I've made it only have one arrow. Ugh. And one ammo even. I wanted it to be limited because otherwise it's going to be incredibly overpowered. I think I wanted to set it to 3 or 5 though. So let's go with 5 for the time being. Why not? No, 3. 5 will be quite overpowered. I believe I'm using an audio mixer as well. No, I'm not. I lied. We're not going to play on Awake. We've got our audio source there. Just make sure we've assigned an audio source to the bomb as well. Yep. So, is my explode method not doing the thing? It's doing this thing. Oh, I'm not telling it to play the sound. Let's add the thing to play the sound. We are doing source.play one shot. And we are going to play explosion sound. Oops. We'll also randomize the pitch, because randomized pitches make things better. And then I just need to figure out why this isn't working. My assumption is because it doesn't actually like this iDamageable call. Tell you what, let's do a debug.log. My favorite debugging method. Dealing damage to plus damageable dot game object. Oh, I can't do dot game object because it's not a mono behavior. Not mono behavior, so I can't do that. Meh. Hey, so up guys, back. I think cooldown would be good for the grenade launcher, otherwise people might abuse it. Yeah, 100% agree. some kind of shooting delay makes a lot of sense. I think I'll figure that out in a second, because I'll have to do some kind of nifty thing, like a public float fire time, and then remote public void update. We'll also have a public bool can fire. This doesn't need to be public, it can be private. And actually, you know what, I'll make fire time private as well, but I'll make it a serialized field so that we can edit it in the inspector. And then in here, we're going to take all of this, Control X, and say if can fire. We'll do all of that code. Otherwise, in the update function, we are going to say if can fire is false and fire sound, no, not fire sound, oh, what is it? It's oh, I can never remember how to do these things. Private float time since last fire. So if time since last fire is greater than or equal to fire time, then we'll set can fire equal to true. Otherwise, we will say time since last fire plus equals time dot delta time. And then in can fire, once we fire, we'll set can fire to false and set time since last fire equal to 0. Cool. That's our cooldown. And obviously we can adjust the fire time to work nicely as well. Put a space in my message there. Ooh, excuse me. Getting a bit tired. I think we'll keep this one as a short one, so that I can go get myself an early night, because I am feeling the fatigue today. By the way, if you want to catch up on this live stream after the fact, if you weren't able to watch the full thing, or you just want to be able to keep up to date with what we're doing, all of these live streams are updated after the fact onto our Patreon page, which you can find a link for in the description. It costs less than what you would spend on coffee in a day for a month. So it would be really good, and I'd appreciate it a lot if you'd be willing to support the studio out and get access to these live streams as and when you want to as well. Let's see if our changes are working. Bomber. Okay, the bomb's gone. Oh, I got a teleporter. Okay. Oh, did you see that? The thing just The bullet just bounces straight off it. Aiming at those is really hard as well. Come on, give me a bomb. There we go. Ha! Okay, so things I'm seeing, we're going to need to sort some sorting layers because they're just not sorting properly. The bomb... Okay. Let's figure this out. So first of all, let's look at the bullet. The bullet should be looking for damageables and not for things. The bomb also is not picking up anything of type iDamageable, which is annoying, mainly because I'm doing this thing. I'm gonna have to reference some code from Echo. We're gonna go back in time. Which, by the way, guys, it's almost been a year since we've been doing this channel, which is... that's mad. It's quite a milestone. I didn't think I would, first of all, be near as popular as the channel is. I think we're at 537 subscribers right now. 537, 538. And we've got the websites launched. We've got an extra developer's just come on board who is awesome, and I'm really excited to be working with him. His name's Alex. We've got multiple game projects in the works which are all due to release over the course of 2022. Shepherd being the first, which is coming out on the 7th of January on itch.io. Yeah, the direction that this studio has gone and the things that have happened with this studio in the past year have been absolutely amazing. I couldn't wish for more. It's genuinely blown me away. Like it's insane. it's actually insane. It's like a dream come true. I've been wanting to do game dev since I was 10 years old, and now we're here, 22, whoop whoop, and it's actually happening. So thank you, all of you guys who are making that possible, for watching these live streams, watching the videos, leaving likes, leaving comments, talking to me in chat, subscribing, and ultimately playing the games as they come out, playing the demos, signing up to the newsletter. It really does make all of this so worth it and so exciting and fulfilling. So yeah, thank you. Whoa! Zyap Guy channel came to 25k in 2 months, mate. That is mad. But the channel's 5 years old. All about patience with these things. Did you get a classic algorithm spike type video where suddenly it just got carried away by the algorithm? I thought that might happen with one of my other videos, which took off surprisingly quickly. But my slowed rate of publishing ended up causing it to die quite quickly, unfortunately. But that was a nice surprise. Assets, scripts. Yep, algorithm spike. We do love to see it. Honestly, the YouTube algorithm is both a blessing and a curse. If you can hook into it, it's fantastic. Let's have a Luke. It's going to be in the player controller, maybe? No. Player data. Well, that's missing things. Couch multiplayer fun. Pirate King. Unity projects. Prototype 2 maybe? No. Ooh, I genuinely can't remember where I saved it. Ooh, brain. There's something somewhere where I pass in. Nah, that's not gonna work. What I need to do is get that, and then I need to say if player controller player movement, sorry, player movement player is if damageable. Wait, what? If damageable is player controller player movement player. There we go, that's it. Then we do this. Replace this with player. What? Is player not damageable? Player should be damageable. Oh, well that would explain it. It's not inheriting the method. The interface. Why are you zooming in? So that's now added in a take damage, which takes float damage, which is simply going to call... Ah, that's why. It's because I've got a knockback vector in there. Okay, with that in mind, let's go over into our iDamageable interface and let's get this to take a vector2 knockback vector. And then in our bomb, when we do take damage, we will pass through I think it's here. Alexa, stop. We will pass through transform dot position minus player dot position, and that will give us, that should just, oh wait, we need to normalize that. There we go. So that should give us back the direction that the player is relative to the bomb, and then hoof it in that direction. And then else, not s, else if damageable is destructible tile. Now I can feed back some information. Player.name. Let's copy these lines. Dealing damage to tile. And then we're going to do tile.take damage. And our knockback vector is going to be vector 2.0. Because we don't need to do anything with it. And then we need to go over to destructible tile and we make sure that this is taking a vector 2 knockback vector, which we're not going to worry about doing anything with because we don't need to. Okay. Bomb does not implement. Oh yeah, okay. Where is my take damage method? Here it is. And vector 2 knock back vector. Save that. Now we should be okay. Moment of truth. Let's see if the bomb works. And something that I really like about the bombs is that obviously if you use one and you stay within its range, it's going to do some damage. There's one bomb. That did me some damage. It's throwing me in the wrong direction though. So we need to switch these around. That's going to be minus, paste that in, and then we are going to multiply it by our damage percentage. And that is going to absolutely send us. We are going to get thrown miles. Love the particle effects in this game. Thanks, Frozen Well. They need some work, to be fair. The new ones, at least. But I'm glad you dig them. Bomber! Oh, I threw it too far. Let's try that again. Get the blue going. That might be a bit OP. That might be a little bit OP. Straight up with the teleport. So then we use teleport, bomber. Oh, I won. And then I died anyway. What I really need to do is make sure that when the game's over, we freeze everything so that we don't get these weird deaths after the fact. Oh. Teleported into the wall. So this thing is starting to come together as a quite cool little thing. Pew! I want more bomber. There's teleports everywhere. No! Give me a bomb! Woo! There's one. It's really hard to aim the bombs. The bombs definitely need to do some screen shake as well. They need to... bit of screen shake and maybe some screen distortion. Either way though, that's everything that I wanted to get done in this stream, to be honest. Like I say, I'm quite sleepy, so I'm going to keep this one short. We've been going for an hour, and we've achieved everything I wanted to achieve, so I want to just say a massive thank you to all of you guys who came along. Massive thank you to Zayap guy for coming along, new guy, having a chat, looking in the background. And for the shout out that you're going to give me on your channel. That's awesome, and I really appreciate it. For anyone who is still watching, if you want to watch the bits of the stream that you missed, or if you want to just be able to watch back what we've done, you can support the channel on Patreon for just £1 a month. You'll be able to get access to all of these live streams, as well as early access to games before they release on Steam and itch.io. If you're not already a member of the Discord server, please consider coming and joining. We have some cool chats. There's some other people sharing their projects in there as well. It would be really cool to see some new faces. And of course, if you like what you're seeing in these dev live streams, you can get your hands on a free copy of the Square Off demo at the link in the description of this live stream as well. Thank you very much everybody for coming, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care guys.